You ever have an anxiety attack that is 3 hours long and you're in an IMAX theater, so it's loud, and there's every seat is filled, so you can't move around, and you're uncomfortable and you're hot and ass to ankles? Holy shit. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise the Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Welcome to Raise the Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Today, we are talking about a movie. Movies that we do here, and that movie is Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer is directed is directed by Christopher Nolan. It is also written by Christopher Nolan. The great Christopher Nolan. And what is Oppenheimer about? It's about J. Robert Oppenheimer. It is he is the man who created the atom bomb, which was dropped on Hiroshima and was also the brainchild behind what would be the Trinity test of the atom bomb. He also was seen as a communist by Senator McCarthy. Hey Dave, how's it going, buddy? I'm gonna watch your review as soon as mine's done. All right. Senator McCarthy wanted to take him down, and jumping back and forth in time, as Christopher Nolan does, this is the story of Oppenheimer and the various events leading up to the Trinity test and the dropping of the bomb on Hiroshima and the Manhattan Project as a whole, as well as its aftermath. Over 3 long hours, we see this story play out, kind of cradle to grave, with a all-star cast, and that includes Cillian Murphy as. Not only am I ready, Dave, I have seen it and we've reviewed it. We did it. I did Barbenheimer in two different days. So yeah, the cast includes the likes of Cillian Murphy as J. Robert Oppenheimer. We also got Emily Blunt in there as his wife. We got Matt Damon as a general working with Oppenheimer. We got Robert Downey Jr. Chewing up the scenery as one of the best villains of the year. Louis Strauss, who kind of goes against Oppenheimer. He deserves Academy Award nominee consideration. As does Florence Pugh, who also has a brief but key role as a sort of love interest, you could even say mistress of Oppenheimer's, that also might be tied into the larger story of his. Also on the roster, you have the likes of Josh Hartnett, Casey Affleck, Rami Malek, Kenneth Branagh, Benny Safdie, Dylan Arnold from the TV show You and the Halloween sequels, Gustav Skarsgård, David Krumholtz, Matthew Modine, David Dashmalchian, Michael Angarano, Jack Quaid, Josh Peck, Olivia Thirlby, Dane DeHaan, Alden Ehrenreich, Jason Clarke, James Darcy, Tony Goldwyn, Devin Bostick, that's right, even freaking Roderick is in this movie from Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Alex Wolff, Scott Grimes, Josh Zuckerman, Matthias Schweighöfer, Gary Oldman, like Emma Dumas, Harrison Gilbertson. It would be easier to say who's not. Macon Blair, Jack Cutmore Scott, James Remore, and James Urbanek. What a cast! I mean, truly, what a cast! It's like just full of, and a lot of these actors in this have only a couple of lines. Like Michael Angarano is barely in the movie. Josh Peck is barely in the movie, but when you see them, you're like, it's like a warm blanket. It's like, oh, there's Josh Peck, fantastic. This to me, and let the story begin. So Oppenheimer's one of the. Okay, you know how yesterday I said Barbie is one of the very, very best films of the year? It still is. So is Oppenheimer. This was absolutely fantastic. That's right, Daddy Nolan. He did it again, man. he gave his kids a good old epic meal, because my God damn, Oppenheimer was maybe his best film, or right up there. I mean, and that's in a career that has really had not really a weak film. This is, when your weakest film is The Dark Knight Rises, that's a good track record, because that's still a good movie. This movie is absolutely incredible. This is insanely well done. It is sweeping. It's epic. The cast is amazing. The performances by everyone, down to the smallest speaking part, is fantastic. Emily Blunt deserves award consideration. She's terrific here. Cillian Murphy, who's finally in the lead of a movie, fantastic as Oppenheimer. And just this movie, what it has to say, and the sweep in which it does it. It reminds me of an old, like, epic from the 70s, 80s, or 90s, like JFK or Titanic. It has that feel. It just has that scope of including its stacked cast. This movie is in the great tradition of Hollywood epics, and what I love about this movie is it's a big budget movie that has the balls to have a lot of it be dialogue. I disagree, Gary, but it's okay. Speaking of Benny Safdie, this movie is kind of three movies in one, and a lot of it. And look, it's a 3-hour movie. I understand that the actual Trinity test and the bombing takes place at the 2-hour mark. The last hour of this movie is a wind-up of kind of what happens to these characters. And it's as riveting, if not more so to me, as the bomb going off. And the anticipation of that. And when that moment happens, it's also horrifying and beautiful and everything you want it to be. And the way it's done by Nolan is just incredible. This movie's fantastic, guys. This is a great film. I love this movie. This is Barbie and Oppenheimer are both in the top 10 of the year so far for me. I love this movie. I think this movie, I can't wait to see it again. This is a amazing classic Hollywood epic. I love this film with a new age quality. And what I love about this movie is the implication of the fact that maybe the most devastating thing that Oppenheimer created hasn't even happened yet. The most devastating thing about it. The last scene of this movie is perfect. Everything about this movie was perfect. I loved Oppenheimer. I'm sorry, Becca, I disagree with you. I agree with you on Barbie. I disagree with you on Oppenheimer. Because I am also going to give it, and let's just end it there. I'm going to give it, yeah, you see it. Bang, 5 out of 5 stars plus for Oppenheimer. This movie is fantastic. This is everything I could have wanted it to be and more. Truly terrific epic. Great sound design, great acting, great performances, great. Honestly, great dialogue. I liked the dialogue and I liked the characters. Really interesting film. True epic. Go see it. 5 out of 5 stars plus. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Really quick. Let's see here. Okay, Gran Turismo. Talked about it. Looks good. The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Talked about it. Looks good. The Holdovers. This is the new film from Alexander Payne. I cannot wait for that. It looks terrific. And again, looks like a classic kind of college dramedy. Looked like a lot of fun. I love Paul Giamatti. Can't wait for it. Dune Part 2. This is the newer trailer. Looks really good. The Creator. This is also the newer trailer. Looks really good. Killers of the Flower Moon. We talked about it. Looks really, really good. And then finally, this is an exclusive. I don't think this is even on YouTube yet, but The Exorcist Believer. This looks kind of creepy. I can't lie. I was kind of, my heart sank kind of when I heard that this was being made, and I can't lie. The trailer was kind of, it worked. It kind of creeped me out. Can't lie. Maybe David Gordon Green will pull something off here. I hope so. I'm glad Ellen Burstyn is back. But yeah, and was there trauma? No, there was not. All right, that is it. We will be back tomorrow for a review of the horror thriller Cobweb. Sunday, we will have back-to-back reviews of Stephen Curry, Underrated, and The Venture Brothers, Radiant is the Blood of the Baboon Heart, which is the movie version of The Venture Brothers. Next week, we'll have reviews. Well, actually, next week, we will have part 2 of our midterm report, the worst films of 2023 so far. And next week, we'll have Zoe 102, Haunted Mansion, The Beanie Bubble, the first Slam Dunk, and Talk to Me. Those are all coming up. We'll have reviews of all of that coming up. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's a Grant. I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to have mail reviews this and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Twitter, I'm at Raised Grant. You can find me on Facebook, Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Instagram and Threads at Raised on Popcorn with Grant. Serialized, all one word, all lowercase, Raised on Popcorn. Check out my podcast, Raised on Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important, and I want to know down below, what did you think of Oppenheimer? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Do you think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make my life extra better. Catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.